Hello and welcome. This is Sahara playing Pillars of Eternity, the White March, and we are in the Celestial sapling. Oh, that must have been the heart in the middle. That's what that was. Like it was alive. Okay, I didn't realize that that's what it was. But anyway, so we're going to be talking to these people. Yeah, I figured they were going to be souls. You see a young red-headed boy, almost but not quite a man, stalking the steps of a panther, an ugly curved dagger in his hand. The panther treads lightly, jumping from rock to rock, unconcerned by the danger behind him. He mounts up a tree and turns his green-slit eyes on the child, and you could swear that he would be laughing if he could. A flash of black fur, and the panther is gone, and the boy's thoughts littered with curses and self-doubt. The boy moves on, walking for days, hunting for something he never seems to find. He sleeps only in fits, a few hours at a time, before he continues, exhausted and starving. Another day passes, and he kills a rabbit, his huge brown eyes almost entranced as the boy slits his throat from ear to ear and begins to eat it raw. He winces as the tough meat goes down, congratulated blood running down his chin. Why is he eating it raw? Covered in drying blood and fatigue, he falls asleep beneath a nearby outcropping of rock, determined to continue the hunt when he awakes. He does not have to wait long. A shuffling in the undergrowth nearby, and his eyes are instantly open, a small hand on his blade. The great black bear sizes him up, almost triple his size, and goes back to foraging. The boy grasps the dagger, knuckles white, and breath in short, nervous gasp. It takes almost a full day before it is done, and he collapses, arm dangling limply from his side. He calls hoarsely, voice feeble. 3 men come out from behind the outcropping, swollen with pride. No longer a boy, the young man begins to skin the bear with their help. A full day before what is done? Didn't quite get the grasp of that one. Why is it? Come on. So this is the one we spoke to just now. Yep, that's what we just spoke to just now. Okay. It's the other one. This one. How come we can't talk to... Oh, that's why it just goes... He's just going to... Okay, whatever.
I'll see what I can find.
So I think we're done with this place. Frightened villager. We got a frightened villager. This man looks up sharply as you approach, eyes going wide. You're the one he's looking for. He sets down his wine. You killed Lord Rhetoric. How dare you accuse me of something so heinous? What if I did? No, you don't understand. It didn't work. I'm one of the guards at the keep. Was one of the guards. He's killed most of them, the ones you didn't. Oh, no. Kolsik, he didn't last very long. Nothing but empty air him. Nice enough to work for, I mean. Much nicer to work for, I mean. Much nicer. But that didn't help him when Rhetoric came back. Gods, the screaming. Rhetoric came back? His eyes, it was like he was burning inside. He shudders. He says he's come back to lead us like before. Says he's going to kill you for what you've done. I told him I'd find you. Give you his challenge. Do it all honorable, that sort of thing. He let me go, and I kept on running, far as my coin let me. He laughs bleakly. Funny, me running into you anyhow. He's going to have to wait on more important things to do. I suppose you have some kind of trap waiting for me back there. You mean I have a chance to kill him again? How could I refuse? I suppose you have some kind of trap waiting for me back there. Who? Me and the poor fool's Rhetoric threw off the ramparts? I haven't got a thing to do with him, and begging your pardon, but I'd rather keep as far from you as I can manage. Just going to sit here and drink until I don't remember a thing. I wish you all the luck in the world, friend. There's something awful in that keep howling after your blood. Wow. Okay. The champion of Barat. Having slain Lord Rhetoric, I thought Gilded Bill freed from his influence, but it seems that something sits in that great keep yet. This may be the work of a new upsurter after the throne, or mere superstition. Either way, it may be worth investigating. Has issued a challenge that may be worth investigating in any case. So I will be... Oh, it's a good thing I stopped over here next to you. See, that's why you need to talk to everybody. That's why you need to talk to everybody. If a name looks different or, you know, something looks different, you need to talk to them. Wow. So I've got some more missions back. Well, I need to go back to Defiance Bay anyway. I want to go check that out to begin with. See what happened to it after the riots. Okay, so now we need to go... We need to go over here. Yep. The Passage of the Six is what it's called. I was saving that for later.
Laying low.
Okay, nothing special there. Anything I can pick up along the way? Tribesman, hunter. We had a warrior. Did I miss it? Yes, I did. It's over here. I just need to go to the left. Oops. Anybody around me? Nope, I didn't think so. Okay. Why would they put money there anyway? Mind your manners in our sacred grounds. Okay. So this is where everybody is at. All the main stuff. The twice split arrows. The 3 task steglers. Tribesmen.
Estramor.
Yes, I listen, foreigner. Tell me about this building. The hearth of all Glanfathians, the 6 tribes. We honor our people here in this passage. Offerings are made, symbols of respect to each tribe. This is the house of our ancestors and our people at once. The Anamenfath, when all of them are present in Twin Elms, forms a council at the end of the passage. From there, our history moves on. And what are you talking about? News from beyond, east of the Great River, the Deerwood buyers have returned to the foreigners' city, we've heard. Buyers have returned to the foreigners' city, we've heard. Have they? Defiance Bay, its waters run foul and dense with the stench of corpses. Not even the recent floods could wash away the stain of its corruption. A dying prey. Some see it as such, among us, a chance to strike. Others, not so. Only a council of the Anamenfath can decide what the 6 tribes must do as one. So you're thinking of attacking them at their weakest time. Well, that makes sense. Really, it does. But I thought you guys had a truce. So they keep infringing on your ruins and your beliefs all the time. Tell me about this council. Anamenfath and whenever lead our tribes, one for each. They speak with the spirit of our people and act in our name, with our will. A council of them means the tribes commune as one. But no common will is found just now when the Deerwood acts like a... But no common will is found just now when the Deerwood ells like a wounded beast. Only 2 currently shelter within Twin Elms, while the rest attend to their tribes. They must return. Too far, too consumed with duties. They will not gather soon. Another season at least. We wait until then. Okay. This one's got a name over here. Oh. You see a small murder of crows gathered on a dirt path that cuts through some dry farmland. They follow this Orlin, who is slowly making his way down the path. They sometimes hop, sometimes fly, gliding after him, but always staying behind. Occasionally one will alight briefly on his shoulder, only to quickly take to wing again and rejoin its kin. As he nears a small village, a crow lands on his shoulder and begins cawing excitedly. The Orlin smiles and nods as if agreeing. He takes a small crumb of bread from a pocket at his in his cloak and gives it to the crow, who grabs it in its beak and flies a small distance away to eat its prize in peace. Small children, drawn by the noise made by the crow, rush out to see who the approaching stranger could be. When he has a sufficient audience, the Orlin lifts both arms out at his sides, as if they have been trained. The crows flock to him, landing on his hands and arms. They rock, cawing almost in unison as he stands there, quietly humming a lively tune. He looks at the children and begins to tell them strange facts. He tells them of the different calls a crow can make and what they mean. He tells them of the pecking order of crow kings and queens long past and the times of their reigns. He does this for some time, all the while with his arms bearing the weight of a half-dozen crows. Crows are big, too. At length his arms seem to tire, and he drops them again, and the crows take flight, spiraling up above his head, and then glide off in all directions, a black, feathery tornado dissipating in the fading daylight. The children's delighted screams echo down the road as they run back toward town. The Orlin stands alone on the road, watching his crows disappear in the distance. Oh, kind of cool. So he's got an affinity with birds. The Fisher Cran. This is where I need to be with my druid. I know it is. The Keepers of the Crow Stone. The Guided Compass.
Eh? Sure.
Okay. So we have... Oh. Cutscene.
Another Estramor. What do you want?
A middle-aged Orlin woman stands at the back of the longhouse, an expression of irritation on her narrow features. As you approach, she takes a derisive step towards you. Estramor is what they call us. Sana leans in. Careful, this woman's young for an elder, and looking to prove herself, I think. I'm looking for another who passed through the city.
Few Estramorwan are given the freedom of our sacred city. That you ask for this person is suspicious. There are reasons we don't let you Estramorwan roam our sacred city. Reasons I am coming to understand.
Her voice sounds like one of the other characters. Perhaps we can work on arrangement. I have no wish to cause a stir. You must let me pass through. I have urgent matters to attend elsewhere in... Has something happened recently? More than I care to think about.
Looters have grown bolder at the sites of the builders. The people of Defiance Bay set fire to their own city. And every week, the 3 Tusk Stelgar bring news of more desperate settlers pushing at our borders, trying to escape their plague of Anolfane children.
Suddenly you feel the presence of someone else in the hall. The Anamenfath continues to glare at you, but something has stepped out of her skin. It reaches out to you.
Permitting more strangers the freedom of the city is out of the question right now. Go and be thankful that Anamenfath Shemak doesn't sit in the passage of the Six today. He would not be so kind as I.
So it's Anamenfath, whatever. Okay. A vision of an Orlin man appears near Bellwell. He has the same green-brown fur and hazel eyes as she does. Help me reason with him. He points behind you. Turning, you see the ghostly shapes of 5 other Anamenfath, another Orlin with tawny fur and a scarred face, a frowning dwarf, a black-furred Orlin, and 2 elves. You're angry about something. I hear it in your voice. What is it? Are the outrages I listed for you not enough? Trouble brews, and none of it is my choosing. The spectral Orlin takes another step from her, setting his foot down with a slow, heavy motion. Tendrils of essence strain between them, and he grimaces and leans forward as if struggling against a gale. The angry and fapping winches. War! War! The spectral Orlin's voice is a rasping croak. They're headed for war! Remind them of Bethwil's warning. I see the soul of an old Orlin with your eyes hovering right next to you. Does Bethwil's warning mean anything to you? Bethwil's soul images gasp. Taunt threads of essence tug at him, drawing him back into the anathema. He looks at you again. I tried to tell them. The builders' souls have touched even the estramorwns, whatever.
You'd better explain yourself.
The two attending tribesmen look from them to you, their sword hands ready. The builders' souls have touched even this other Orlin. Do you know who he is? There are other souls in this place and in you. You must listen to them. There are other souls in this place and in you. You must listen to them. Listen to what? Right now, my ears hear only your nonsense. The other Orlin, do you not know who he is? Right now, I am more interested in who you are. Okay, well, the builder's souls have touched even the estramorwns.
There's no way you could have known this saying. Not unless you are a Galuth on Anams, a watcher of souls.
Yes, I'm a watcher. She nods. That explains much.
Feralt's warning came before the Broken Stone War. Feralt, my ancestor on my mother's side, was Anamenfath of our tribe then. When the estramorwic farmers defiled the builders' monuments, Feralt urged the other Anamenfatha to patience, but louder, angrier voices prevailed.
She folds her clawed hands in front of her and gazes down at them.
Feralt believed that the invaders could be taught to respect the builders as we do. He also believed the builders' souls had spread to all peoples, and that we should avoid needless conflict with others. More practically, he worried that a violent response would only spur further bloodshed across the generations, and you can see where we are today.
Well, at least you don't have the Hollowborn to deal with. Maybe better off than you thought. After 2 wars with the Gyrowood, his warning is more relevant than ever.
While Feralt's words were shrewd, they were ignored back then. Simply remembering his warning now will not undo the wars and the changes that the years have seen. There is blood on these stones, and that is all anyone remembers now.
That's always the truth of it. An image of a polished oddwork cube flashes into your mind. There is writing on the sides, but the image is too faint for you to read it. The Anamenfath turns away from you and looks at the ground, gnawing a pointed claw. You can't change the past, but your choices now still matter. So give them something else to remember. You can't change the past, but your choices now still matter. She looks at you sadly. Yes, that is the problem.
Another estramor came through here a few days ago, and, well, letting him through was a mistake. One I am eager not to repeat. The Guided Compass tribe has a reputation for being too soft with estramorwan. One that will not be improved by my failure to stop this man, who has desecrated our most sacred sites.
That sounds like the man I came to stop. Maybe I could help? Then how's the time to fix it? I know nothing of this man. Yeah, that sounds like the man I came here to stop.
I won't repeat a mistake in my haste to correct it. We bar twin elms from Estramorwan to protect the ancient places that the builders left behind. The builders left this heritage to us to defend, but they alone had access to it. On this much, at least the 6 tribes agree.
You again see the polished Adra cornerstone in your mind. This time the image is clearer. Each face of the stone is inscribed with a phrase you know by heart. You feel your lips form words. A gift from the builders of civilization to the guardians of their legacy. May the guardians watch the door while the builders keep the key.
These were the words given to the keepers of the stone.
Your tiny pointed teeth visible. These were the words given to the keeper of the stones. What do they mean? She eyes you carefully. They mean that Faraz's words may indeed be true.
Very well. The city is yours to explore. Tell the guard at the gate that you come to see the cornerstone with the blessing of the guided compass. If the gods have truly returned one of the builders to us, find the Delimgon of Ter Evron in Elm's Reach. If the gods have sent you here with a purpose, the Delimgon will know.
In the meantime, I shall be here to assist you. Okay, so, what about the 6 tribes? Lampanian society is divided into tribes, which are further divided into clans. Each tribe is united by a particular history or way of life, and clans are communities of families that live together. In truth, there are more than 6 tribes, but the 6 largest have traditionally led the others. Each of the 6 has a seat here in the Passage of the 6, where we discuss matters of common interest. You saw, for instance, the debate that occurred before the Broken Stone War. She gives you a hesitant look. The 6 tribes are the keepers of the stones: Fisher Crane, 3-tusked Stelgar, Stone Bramble, twice split arrows, and of course, the guided compass. So who are the keepers of the stone? They are the first and oldest of the tribes. When they first sailed to Erglapin, they met the builders who gave them the cornerstone and those words you quoted as a token of friendship. Many other tribes, even among the 6, looked to the keepers for guidance and leadership. Their long history grants them a place of honor in our society, though it has also made them more conservative in my observation. So I'd like to hear about the Fisher Crane. A mostly Orland tribe from the Thimbog. Most of the sites they guard are half buried in the wetlands, and even the other tribes couldn't tell you where they are. This is where our druid is from. They are not the most renowned of the tribes, but they are the cleverest and subtlest. Say what you will about the berserkers of 3-tusked Steglers. I'd rather face them a Fisher Crane ambush squad any day. They're named after a long-necked bird that lives in the bog. It can stand motionless for hours waiting for a muck frog or a spotted salamander, but when it strikes, it's faster than anything. What do you know about the 3-tusked Steglers? She laughs and shakes her head. Same as everybody. They're fearless maniacs. They're fearless maniacs, and they want everyone to know it. They're considered a wild bunch, even among Gladfinthians. Many of their territories have seen the most conflict with the Estramorwn, and they don't forget it. They don't want anyone else to either. They inflicted and bore some of the heaviest casualties in the wars with the Estramorwn. In fact, there was a rift between 3-tusked Stegler after the War of Black Trees. Dozens of clans broke away from the ravaged lands and retreated further into the Deerwood, joining whatever tribes would take them. Broken tusks, some call them. The majority of the tribe dug into the half-burned forest to hold the line, and many respect them for it. She frowns uneasily. They've more than earned their place among the 6, but they advocate more conflict than is wise, and too many others are quick to idolize them for their valor in battle. Yeah, So tell me about Stone Bramble. Mostly dwarves out of the White March. They're one of the younger tribes formed over the years by trade routes between the wilds and the mountains. They see themselves as generally Glanpethian, though, and who can argue with them? Only Fisher Crane defends sites in such inhospitable territory. Personally, though, I'd say it's gone to their heads. They like to think the rest of us have it easy in the lowlands, forgetting that the wars with the estramorwns never reached their mountains. Still, they came to our aid during both. They're named for a tough, thorny little plant that grows up in the mountains. It suits them. I'm not familiar with the twice-split arrows. Not many are. They are traditionally outcasts and exiles from other tribes, probably the least respected tribe of them all, but our ancestors believed they should have a voice, and so they've got a seat among the six. Most of the other tribes see them as scavengers and bottom feeders, but don't say that to a twice-split arrow. They think themselves survivors, and they're proud of their tribe as anyone. And they're as proud of their tribe as anyone. She shrugs. They'll accept anyone, and I suppose there's a virtue in that. You never know what you're getting with them, though. Some clans will rob you blind, and others will slaughter a lamb for the honor of your visit. The Guided Compass is your tribe, right? Indeed, we're one of the younger tribes and not one of the most prestigious. We've tried to keep the peace with the estramorwns, which has earned us the reputation of appeasers among some of our hardline brethren in Three-Tusked Stegler and the Keepers of the Stone. We value our heritage as Glanpethians, but we recognize that the estramorwns are here to stay. The way we see it, we can better follow our mandate to protect the places of the builders by making peace with our neighbors. That's true. I'd like to know more about you. I am the Anamenfath of the Guided Compass. Like many Anamenfathian, I have leadership in my blood. While tribal authority is not strictly hereditary, we believe that strong leaders can impart a portion of their soul to their children and grandchildren, meaning that Anamenfathian may succeed from a single line for many generations. She wears a sharpened thumb. Of course, with all that's happened here lately, I've wondered whether my family line is coming to an end with me. Okay, the assassin, so I gotta weigh in. Taxes collected. Okay. The dragon skull is brown with age and polished smooth. So this is it.
What brings you here?
Oh. Who were you? I just tapped on you by accident. Sensing your approach, an agitated elven hunter suddenly drops his conversation and turns to face you. What kind of courtesy have you learned in your filthy homeland? The red stripe of paint gleams pearly with sweat from cheekbone to cheekbone. We speak of Glanpethian manners. Be gone. The huntress in the group raises her calloused hand. Still your mouth, still your heart. Do not forget where you stand. She parts the fine strands of golden hair that float up before her face and acknowledges you with a nod. In the house of our ancestors and the 6 tribes, we commune as one people. He looks away and fumes in a restrained breath. The ancestors will forgive me and my brothers when I clean the shame away from his name. He looks at the huntress, and from the taint it has brought to our tribe. So what happened to your brother? My brother. The hunter's heavy breathing pauses for a moment. My brother. Brom is the greatest hunter of our tribe. He set out on a blood hunt but hasn't returned, and now Athwin, that puny liar, he claims that's my brother. And now Artham, that puny liar, he claims that my brother. He clenches his fist. The elven huntress fills in the silence. Anthwin belongs to another tribe. He is the hunter that competed against From during their blood hunt. She gives a glancing look to whatever his name is. Antoine claims that Borum has exiled himself, deciding to not return to Twin Elms. He growls. His stripe of paint curves like an angry wound. Exiled, in shame, for losing to him during the blood hunt. Can you believe this? Liar. Enough, though. Anthem returned with the giant Stegler's fang as proof. It's hard to believe that Borum would have failed to kill the prey first. The huntress digs her heel on the dark soil, but you cannot claim that yet, Redrick, not until the Ampana judge the truth. Anthon's weak. From a lower tribe. He bares his teeth. He lies. I'll find the truth and clean my brother's name. So why would he lie about your brother? He throws his arms in the air. Why? He looks at you as if the answer were obvious. Please, still your anger. She does not know her customs. The huntress turns to you and nods. He stands much to gain from claiming a victory over the other. It brings renown and glory to his kin, a lesser tribe, the Three Split Arrows. He has no history, no name, and now he returns a hero while my brother, his face twists in ire, tricked, perhaps worse. So how do you plan to clear your brother's name? A bead of sweat rolls down his forehead and hangs from his red, painted cheekbone like a drop of blood. It quivers as the hunter's muscles twitch. I can't tarry there. While my brother's fate remains unknown, then Pampin must let me go. To judge him and to clean our tribe's name, they cannot listen only to your truth. The huntress lowers her head, glancing at you. Before the Ampana, only an impartial voice can speak for what happened. He whips his neck, and the drop of sweat lingering on his cheekbone flies in your direction. You mean to involve this one, an Estramor? She points at him, her calloused finger curved like a claw. Listen to me now. He returned with proof. Your brother did not even come back. The huntress bows again, blows against the fine hair floating down over her face. The tribes are split. Something must be done. She looks at you, and this one is known to speak the truth. As an Estramor, I can look into this without risking tension between your tribes. I will find what happened to your brother and get to the truth of it. What do I care about I will find what happened to your brother and get to the truth of it. His hard features soften in surprise. You speak with the spirit of a Glanpanthian hunter. He nods. Glanpanthian would agree to listen. There's no union between you and your tribes, and our tribes. The huntress nods at you. Borum and Arwen went to the North Weld Forest beyond the old Song Pass to hunt a giant Stegler. Search there and return to us with the truth if you can. But be aware, Stegler of such size, many times over their lesser kin, usually gather a big pride that follows them closely. He fixes his eyes on you, two glowing embers over the blood-red stripe painted across his face. Estramor, I don't expect help, but I'll do anything to know of my brother's fate and to clean the stain that Atwin has spilled on our tribe. He throws his chin back. Anything. This I claim. Okay. So he was just standing there. I didn't see his name. He must have had a name. I just saw Huntress. See? Oh, there is his name. Okay. Now it came up. Good thing I clicked on him by accident. Otherwise, that's a quest I would have missed. Oh my god, reading all these names, it just drives me crazy. Crazy! Stumble and bumble all over them. Okay, so we got some more stuff to do here. I've got everything I need done here. Oh, wait a minute, I need to go up to the market. Let's get rid of that one quest. So she's the potion. So let's get that one done and taken care of. And that will increase our, hopefully. So she is, where was she at? She's over here, I believe. That looks like that's where the... nope. Over... Where were the potions at? Here they are, over here. Hard bargain. I met her brother enraged. Talked to Cage and told me that he was Oh, so she's not here. A young girl looks about the market with a disinterested gaze. As you near her, she snaps to attention and straightens her posture. Welcome, Esther Moore, she says with a curtsy. Applin's not here, so I'm running the shop while she's away. She glides her hands in front of her display cases of poultices and remedies. If you are looking for herbs, tinctures, oils, or ointments, then I've got. I'm looking for your mistress. Where might I find her? She lives not far from here. The little girl points at the exit of the market. Climb up the stairs. At the top there's a circle of ruins. Do you know it? It's on the north side of Hearthsong. Anyway, her house is right there. The door faces those ruins. Yep, okay. I knew where it was at. So she ran away. She ran away because she knew. Of course it wasn't going to be that easy, was it? Mm-hmm. So hers is up here. I think this is hers. I'm probably wrong.
Builder's wisdom to you.
No, that's not her. Yeah, it was the other house. The other one! I mean, they were both north of the ruins, so, you know. Here we go. Of course, she's got warriors there with her. Why does she got warriors with her? Few words bring fewer regrets. Her shelters stay at an inn. You know we're gonna fight. We're gonna fight. Okay. She stands tall and proud, surrounded by Glamphinian warriors that study her every move. I expected Renata to come to employ someone on his behalf. I am surprised to see that it is you doing his bidding. She tilts her head to the side and blinks slowly. Does the presence of an armed entourage concern you? You were expecting a defenseless shopkeeper, am I right? Well, she's right. She raises her dye-stained hand just as one of her guards begin to lurch forward. Stillness, she barks at her attendant. Give the Estramor a chance to speak. We are not dear Woodian beasts here. Hospitality reigns. She nods to you, holding up an open hand, her palm and fingers covered in blue and green dye. Envoy of the Valenian, speak the message you were sent to deliver. I want to hear your side of the story. The first step on any sensible path, she muses, scratching her chin. Ramato did purchase from me several bushels of the herb, and for it he paid a huge price, but did so willingly, saying it was a bargain right as he handed me his copper. It was after our trade that the Valenian spit his venom. Her voice grows angry. Renato accused me of trickery, of fraud, claiming I delivered withered likeness of the herb and not the genuine root. Such nerve, for in truth he is beyond the help of it. She nods, a blue-dyed finger in the air before curling it down slowly, smiling as she does. Renato's old bow isn't firm enough for a full draw. No amount of herb will help him. I'm sorry. No amount of herb will give him the spirit of a young hunter. True. Untrue. A fair deal was made, and now he objects, angry that his withered family plow is beyond herbal remedies. She shakes her head, her voice becoming a growl. I have never sold anyone a remedy I knew to be false. If Renato does not silence his slanderous tongue, we will do it for him. What kind of punishment do you have in mind for him? Renato has slandered his host, making him no longer a guest. The merchant must vanish from the Twin Elms. She crosses her arms under the sleeves of her robe. But Glamphinian hospitality must be observed always. He is to be given a chance to leave on his feet before he bleeds on his back. Deliver, in our name, a warning. Tell Renato that if he does not leave, he will be accused of conspiring to pilfer Angwithian relics from our lands. He won't risk a trial by the Council of Amphineum. She draws a small wooden cage from the folds of her robe. If he won't listen, tell him that his faulty member will end in a cage, just like this black beetle. Food for our birds. Well, I do agree with her. Herbs are not going to remedy something that... If you're impotent, you're impotent. Herbs are not going to help with that when you get to a certain age. Nope. Nope. Yeah. I believe that she did sell what she said she sold. I will deliver the message. Return to me when the Valilini has disappeared from Twin Elms. Okay. So, of course, you know, it wasn't going to just be done, one and done. No, no, no. Never one and done. And he was over here somewhere. I remember right. Right? Somewhere over here. Stegler. Where was he at? Oh my god. Still can't get in there. Where the hell was he at? I thought he was down here somewhere. Oh my god, finding him is going to be a real pain now. It's a child. Oh my god, I'm just gonna have to wander all over trying to find him. Which I will do. Alright. Oop, I missed this. I don't think he was over here. I know he wasn't in... He wasn't down here. Oh, there he is. There he is.
Good day to you.
My friend, welcome back. Have you recovered my coin? How did you think their governments will react if you find she gave me this beetle in a cage for you. She said your problem would end in the same place if you continue your stay in the Twin Elms. His face turns bright at the sight of the gift. Insufferable witch! She can shove that beetle in her fitted mating hole. Gesticulating with every word, spit flies from his mouth as his voice grows louder. Her and her face-painting thugs will pay for this insult. He reaches out to strike the cage out from your hands. I wouldn't do that. He swings at the cage but strikes your forearm instead. The trapped insect falls harmlessly on the ground. He turns to face you, his face flushed with rage. Madulok! The Valenian merchant shouts at the top of his lungs. Savage, filthy animals! This damned city will burn! You hear a whistling sound from nearby. I'll kill you! His voice gurgles at mid-sentence. The tip of an arrow, gleaming red, protrudes from his throat. The merchant quivers in a quick spasm, flailing his arms. He drops to his knees, spurts of blood flowing down his chest. You look up and notice a Glamphithian archer approaching the scene. Okay. It's not our custom to tolerate squabbles between estramorwns. The huntress begins to turn around, but her face lingers in your direction. The faint semblance of a smile crosses her lips. I'm sure you understand. Before you can reply, she walks away, moving with confident strides. Renato's arms twitch a final spasm as the merchant expires in a bloody, crumpled heap. Well, you deserved it. I hate to tell you that. You were blustering from the very beginning. Yeah. Yep. You were blustering from the very beginning. Okay, we need to go to her house again. We can get this one finished. And then we need to go to Defiance Bay. I'm really curious to see if we can get back into Defiance Bay. You are welcome into our hearth. What news do you bring? Well, he won't trouble you anymore. He's dead. Dead? Her eyebrows rise. Her posture stiffens. I am not surprised given his behavior thus far, but the death of a Valenian merchant could bode poorly for trade. Reaching into her robes, she produces a small pouch. Still, the matter is settled, and Renato will no longer darken our market. Here is your payment for services rendered. Travel safely, Estamor. So we gain 750 experience and 1200 copper. So I did do the right thing because I got moderate positivity, whatever, for this place. But they're thinking of invading Defiance Bay, some of them are. Interesting. I need to go back to my keep and bring my druid with me. I think I'll replace the grieving mother with him and then come back here. But first, let me see. Can we go to Defiance Bay? Oh, we can go to Defiance Bay now. I wonder what's going on now. Will there be more quests? Looks like just like it did before. Yep. Have you been to the Goose and Fox yet? Okay, so it's just like nothing has happened. Even though people are dead. Probably to help you, you know, like if you didn't do some of these quests. That's probably some of it. I want to go to Lady Webb's house. So that way you can come back and redo some of these quests. The little ones, not the minor ones, not the major ones. Okay, so Brackenberry is where she was at. Oops, that's not what I meant to do. So her house was over here. And the palace is here. No, that palace is in First Rights. Let's go over here first, and then we're going to go to First Rights and check out the palace. See what's going on there. Because she shouldn't be here anymore, right? I mean, none of them should be here anymore. We have a different person here? Corinne's ears snap toward the entryway at the sound of your approach. He turns toward you with a start. Recognize you, he sighs, clutching his heart. I thought you were a looter. I'm afraid if you've come seeking the help of Drummond Row, you are too late. I am all that's left. I thought you were dead. Not yet. He looks at the signs of scuffles around him. I had gone out to buy food when all this happened. I can't have missed it by much. I still want to gather a few things, records mostly. Some cases I don't want to give up on, even if it's just me now. I'll be gone soon enough. I expect they will try to hunt me down, but it's hard to leave all this behind. Lady Webb, she worked hard for this. Wow. Okay. So it is all done. But yet the water is still pouring in the water is still pouring in the fountain. Yep, okay. So her body's gone. I already took everything. Sad. I wonder if we will be coming back here on a quest. I mean, it sounds to me like there might be another war between them and alright, let's go up here. Alright, and we're going to First Rights. Yep. First Fires, not First Rights. First Fires. Alright. Come on. Are they even gonna let me in? Who's this? I can't believe the mob left this place in one piece. With the Duke gone, we've got our work cut out for us. So that was all the records. He was over... Where was he at? He was over here, wasn't he? I don't think we can get over there, can we? The doors are locked. Yep, still locked. Yep. Okay. It was... I had to get permission to come in here to begin with, the first time. And it still won't let me in. No. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and close down this episode, and when we come back, maybe I'll be going to... the Gilded Bell to see what's going on there too, because that's interesting. What's going on? Interesting indeed. What brought him back? So yeah, if you're enjoying, click like, leave a comment, subscribe, and thank you so much for watching. Sahara out.